charged to the credit card Steve and I shared. Every charge would send him a notification while he was trying to enjoy his beach time. The day they left, I played the perfect wife. Helped pack, drove them to Steve's parents' house, kissed everyone goodbye. Steve actually looked relieved that I wasn't making a scene. His mom gave me a patronizing hug saying she hoped I'd enjoy my rest. 2 hours after their flight took off, I texted Steve a photo of me and Lisa at the 5-star steakhouse downtown with the caption, "Thanks for suggesting I take a break." Then I turned off my phone. According to Mia later, the Hawaii trip was a disaster from landing. The hotel check-in desk was chaos when they arrived. Steve stood there with his family crammed behind him, while the front desk clerk kept shaking her head and pointing at the computer screen. His voice came through my phone 3 hours after landing, shaky and stressed. The hotel only had them down for 2 nights, not 10, and every other place was completely booked because it was peak tourist season. I sat at the steakhouse with Lisa, my wine glass half empty, and listened to him explain the problem like I might somehow fix it. I told him that sounded really terrible, and I hoped he figured it out. Then I hung up and waved the waiter over to order the chocolate lava cake that cost $18. Lisa raised her eyebrows at me but didn't say anything. She just lifted her own wine glass and we clinked them together. The next morning we drove to the spa downtown, the fancy one I'd walked past 100 times but never went inside because it seemed too expensive. The receptionist handed us robes and slippers and showed us to the relaxation room where we waited for our appointments. I got the full package with a massage, facial, seaweed body wrap, and something called a hot stone treatment. Every service got charged to the credit card, and I knew Steve's phone would buzz with each notification. Lisa got the same treatments, and we spent 4 hours being pampered while soft music played and people brought us cucumber water and warm towels. I kept picturing Steve in Hawaii trying to explain to his parents why money was suddenly tight. The massage therapist worked on my shoulders, and I realized how tense I'd been carrying everything for months. When we finally left the spa, my skin felt soft and my muscles felt loose, and I'd spent more than our usual monthly grocery budget. I didn't feel guilty at all. Steve called again while Lisa and I were getting ready for dinner. His voice sounded different this time, higher and more frantic. His credit card got declined at a restaurant where they'd taken everyone for dinner. Theodore and Lillian had to cover the bill for all 7 people, and I could hear Lillian's sharp voice cutting through the background noise, demanding to know what was happening with our finances. Steve asked if something was wrong with the bank, if maybe there was fraud on our account. I let him talk himself in circles for a minute before I said the bank was fine and hung up. Lisa looked at me from across the hotel room where we were staying instead of at home because why not make it a real vacation? She asked if I was sure about all this. I told her Steve was sure about leaving me out of a family trip and lying to our kids about it. He called 10 more times over the next few hours. I ignored the first 9. On the 10th call, I finally answered and kept my voice calm and steady. I explained that I'd moved our vacation savings into a separate account since he'd planned a vacation without including me in it. Steve started yelling immediately, his words tumbling over each other about how I was ruining everything and being vindictive and punishing the kids for something he did.